Welcome back, everyone, to our Arkham Asylum playthrough. We're on part 5, and we're about to trek through the first Scarecrow encounter.
Oh boy. Prepare to face your fears. All of them!
So is Batman's fear that everything is crumbling around him and it's just Scarecrow standing in the center, like, watching
I
over?
know. Yeah, like what actually is he afraid of here?
And what is happening in the real world is what I'm wondering the most.
That's what I'm curious about. I think we have a better understanding about what happens in the second fight than we do the first one.
Yeah,
Because you end up somewhere else.
yeah.
But what the hell is happening in this one?
Is he
Because
just
he's in a
running?
morgue.
Is he just running around the morgue like in circles, or like?
Yeah, and like my question actually with all this is, where is Scarecrow in all this? Where is he?
He's like hiding in the corner or something, I imagine. So one thing I was curious to ask you when we got here, were you ever like the first time you played these, were you ever like tense or anything? Like
Oh my
just
gosh, dude. This this scared the shit out of me. This part especially
yeah.
because I don't know if this happened to you. Tell me if it did. But I didn't know to leave the room at first. I mean, nobody did, but like I didn't even think of going out of the room. I just all the morgue all the body holders like were opening up and I was freaking out. I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm going to die."
Yeah, I
It
didn't
felt like
think to
ghosts were in my house.
I didn't think to do that either. So I was just walking around the room and seeing all these doors flap open, and these voices are literally telling you to leave too.
I
Ah!
know.
Oh, Alfred.
Got from the plane in LAX, living in a cardigan. Starlight.
But yeah, this part, like this segment, was really creepy. Like just like
Oh, it's terrible.
like those voices, especially, just like get out. Just,
Yep.
damn.
It is really creepy.
I would say that Scarecrow, these sections particularly, are like the highlight of the game.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Yeah, like it's got a really like it's got a creepy atmosphere. You got this really creepy looking individual, like basically watching over you or trying to look for you, and like so you're just like your first time you're just naturally kind of feeling tense throughout, but
Yep.
as you'll see here, this is not my first go round with Scarecrow.
Do you have a favorite Scarecrow mission? For me, it's this one. I love it. Do you have a favorite?
Mine is the second one.
Okay, gotcha.
It's it's slightly longer, and also you get to fight some of the skeleton dudes, um and also they have some really clever puzzles, like when you have to back claw the boxes down so you can hide behind them.
Hmm.
So, but this one I like this one too, but to me this one is just too short. So,
Yeah,
but it does set the tone for, what we're going to be seeing later.
for sure.
Man, look at that design for fucking Scarecrow.
I love it. Yep.
I like his Freddy Krueger like fingers.
Such an interesting take because we'd never seen that before on Scarecrow. I
Yeah.
don't think.
No. It's super impractical though, because he at any point he could have just stabbed himself with the fear toxin. So, but it's a cool look. It's even funnier too, because I mentioned the Freddy Krueger fingers. In Injustice 2, he's played by Robert Englund, who was Freddy Krueger.
Yes,
It's a completely different series, but it's funny to think about.
it is. I agree.
Who would you say is your favorite version of Scarecrow?
Oh, that's a tough one because there has been some really, really good ones.
Hmm.
This one is definitely at the top for me.
Hmm.
And BTAS slash New Batman Adventures. I'm as a character, I mean they're the same, so I'm just lumping them in one. Um,
Yeah. Um, I think this one is probably my favorite, just going by like just interpretations. But I do really like the new Adventures one,
Me
especially
too.
with Jeffrey Combs' voice. It's just is damn near perfect. So
I know. So good.
yeah,
This was my first real
punch in the
introduction
dick.
to Scarecrow, though. Oh god, he's
I love.
destroying them.
Did you see him like levitate? It's like God was calling onto him, and Batman's just like, nope, you're staying down here.
I just got a meme on Instagram. It says Mr. Beast in 2030 after he ran out of content ideas, and it's just Homelander going, "Tell you what, I'll give you a little motivation. You get hard right now, or I'm gonna laser your dick off." I just wanted to see the,
uh,
come on, put your fucking back into
put
it.
your fucking back into it.
Oh god.
I love Anthony Starr.
Me too. The man deserves an Emmy.
I'm shocked that he hasn't gotten one by this point.
Me too. He's like the hottest villain on TV right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. But hey, who am I to judge?
Maybe he'll get an Emmy once he blows A Train. So this is one of the only few stealth sections that actually has any stakes, because if you get seen in any way, Gordon dies in one of the most unintentionally hilarious death screens ever. Time's up, old man. Do your worst. Just rattles him with a machine gun.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't seen that, please watch it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the death scenes in this game, it's unintentionally funny.
Right. Yeah.
I love. I always think back to the Bane one where he breaks Batman's back, and I'm like, that just looks so weird. Then he throws him.
Yeah. And Gordon's like, I gotta go get my steroids so I can be this buff still. Gordon is such a weird character in this series because it's just like, he's pretty much in every game, but he always like the voice actor always changes.
Yes. Which was always weird to me. I don't know why that happened.
Mm.
But hey, here we are.
I
We got
think out of
Jonathan
all,
Banks.
I think of all the voices though, this is probably my favorite. At least for this version of Gordon.
This is my favorite as well.
Yeah.
He just sounds like what I think Commissioner Gordon would sound like.
At this age, yeah.
Yeah. Because then it's just really confusing too, because you get to Arkham Knight and you're like, all right, well, this guy doesn't seem 65. He looks
Yeah.
like maybe 58 or 60, maybe.
Yeah.
Not closer to 70.
Yeah, like he's like 56 or something like that. But
Yeah, he looks relatively young.
I don't know. Gordon's like something about Gordon. Just like there's always something different about him each time you see him. Like the only like, I mean, City's a little bit more consistent, but like not by
Yeah.
much.
I don't get too big of a off-put by City because it's like one line.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
What the
oh,
hell
okay.
happened in there?
Batman, what happened?
It's hungry. I'm going home. Now we get to the worst, the standard boss for this game.
Oh god, here we go.
So we're just rushing through this because if I played this, okay, I just want to say I played this on easy mode only because I didn't want to be stuck on these bosses for very long.
No.
That's the only reason why. But Honestly, though, like if you play these on harder difficult, if you play this game on harder difficulties, like it's not really that much more challenging.
No, it's not. Especially this one. Um, the only thing that's more annoying is I feel like your health goes out more when
Yeah.
they hit you. That's the only thing. Um, and last playthrough I did it on hard mode and took your advice and didn't get any of the body armor.
Hmm.
And eventually I got used to it, but I had never done that in this game without getting any armor. So I was like, oh my god, my health is really going quick. I gotta be quick about this. I gotta knock these guys out.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like for hard mode, like usually my course of action when I play this is armor is probably one of the last things I go for because if I'm playing super well, then I don't really need it.
Yeah,
But for hard mode, that's kind of like it's kind of an exception just because of like how much damage you actually take and like
yeah,
especially when you get to stealth sections, it's really bad.
yeah.
So I'd understand if somebody was like, "Oh, on hard mode, I just went for the armor right away." But
Hmm.
honestly, though, like when I play hard mode, I kind of switch it up. Like I go for combo strikes, then armor, then like inverted armor again. Like it's like a back and forth type deal. So
Hmm.
I can have that extra little bit of protection, but I also have all my combat and stealth upgrades. So speaking of upgrades, I feel like this game has probably the weakest like selection when it comes to improvements.
Oh, for sure. It doesn't really do much.
Yeah. Like there's only one stealth upgrade. There's a couple that make combat go by faster, which are the critical strikes and the combo boost. And as far as takedowns, you only have two of them, which one of them never shows up again in the rest of the series, and the other one is useful but can be a pain to pull off in certain encounters. But
Yeah.
honestly, the I feel like the most you're gonna get out of that's just me though.
Hmm.
So the first time I heard that line was just like, "Oh, don't he called Doctor Young Bruja? What does it mean?" I didn't have the subtitles, and I legit thought Batman just called her a bitch.
I wouldn't blame you. It kind of does sound like that.
It's Spanish for bitch. It's like, oh, geez, Batman.
Can someone make that a thing on TikTok? It's Spanish for bitch.
For bitch.
It just make it turn it into another one of those memes where it says, "It looks like the black thugs have access to the armory." That's one of the funniest clips ever.
Yeah.
And then I love the captions. It's always like, "What did Batman just say?"
Yes. It's like, what? When you sent me that clip of, I was like, oh, the Black Thugs taking over. You know what I first thought of? Dragon
What?
Ball Z. There's a
Why?
clip I probably showed you where there's a shootout going on. Like they're in the middle of this field and it's like soldiers there. And the guy's like, hold on. He's black.
Okay, I know what clip you're talking about.
Yeah. Right in the dick.
Dude, Dragon Ball Z is so. Sometimes it's like you'll see a scene that's so out of pocket with no context, and you'll
Mhm.
be like, "What?" And when the context is there, you're like, "Okay, that makes sense." But like
Right, yeah.
that scene, you'd be like, "What? This show is racist."
It's, what's wrong with them?
It's funny how like all the trending stuff on TikTok and all that with like the Frieza memes, like calling Goku a monkey and all that stuff. You saying monkey? Everyone's like, "What? What did he just say?"
What do you call me? It's just not giving
Oh,
the knife guy a
damn!
chance.
Just roundhouse kicked him. God. You know what's funny is this game you can. I don't think I realized when I was younger, but after playing Knight and going back to this game back in 2015, I was like, oh, you can hit them on the ground. Like,
Kind of.
you're not really supposed to, but it happens.
Yeah, you can kinda do it, but it depends on them getting up. Like,
Right.
that's when the attack actually registers. Because if they're on the
Yes.
ground and you try to strike, nothing's gonna happen. You're just gonna break
No.
your combo, but
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it earlier with that knife guy. He was
Yeah.
kinda, like, getting up, and then it's just like, "Nope, back on the
Yeah.
ground with you." So,
It is so satisfying to do, though, because you're like, "Oh, that I don't know, it just feels good."
yeah, I like
Oh,
this scene
shit.
here too.
Episode's coming to a close on one of the best scenes in the game.
Right, yeah.
Our introduction to the dive bomb,
It's sort of, yeah.
which we don't actually see anytime else until the next installment, but
Yeah, we don't really get to utilize much of Batman's, like, later kind of traversal abilities, but yeah.
no.
But I do love that clip there. I forgot to add the end screen up. But anyway, we'll be back with the next part of Batman Arkham Asylum, so stay tuned and also stay locked up like always. Take care, everyone.
Bye.